Whew. It is hot, hot, hot. Another one of them 107, 108 degree days. Alright, y'all, 602 Booster back at it again with another one, and let me see. Am I recording? Okay, yeah, I'm recording. So I got a couple things I gotta talk to you guys about. Number one, well, I gotta drop some stuff off at the mail real quick. But yeah, a few things to talk to you about. I hope you guys are liking that cars and coffee content. I'm not a big car guy, but I definitely can appreciate a nice car when I see one. So I hope you guys are liking that content. If so, let me know. Keep hitting that like button on those videos, and I'll keep dropping them out. Anyway, see, so he's got a stop sign and doesn't stop, but that's okay. You're supposed to be a professional driver, but we're not going to talk about that. Let me drop this thing in the mailbox real fast. But one thing I do want to talk about is this new setup I got here on my helmet. I finally broke down and said, you know what, I'm just going to try this out. I've said in numerous videos how I like my Senna 10C, which I do, don't get me wrong. I actually have my Senna 10C on right now, and I'm hoping that the audio that I've been testing out comes out good for the GoPro, because I prefer to, again, have that all-in-one device. So I'm using the GoPro to record the audio, but I also got my Senna on too, just in case. So if need be, I'll use the audio from the 10C. Mischief. Use the audio from the 10C and link it up with the GoPro video, because I know the GoPro video is much better. But I'm trying it out. I'm just trying to see how this thing works out. If you're curious as to what mount I'm using, I'm actually using the mount from A Girl and Her Bike. I'm using the actual curb stem mount that you can hopefully see right there. And all I'm using is this, my GoPro Hero 3 Plus. If I like this, I may go great to get something else like the 4 or the 5, but we'll see. But for right now, I'm just testing it out just to see if I like it. And I was able to get the build right. I was able to get the mounting right. So this is going to double as a test video to see how that goes. The actual adapter itself wasn't too expensive, so I definitely wanted to support A Girl and Her Bike. Shout outs to her for making these awesome helmet mounts. I could have just went with the straight helmet mount from Amazon. I know they had them on there too. They were about the same price, but if I got a chance to support another vlogger and they got a good product, I'm definitely going to support them if I can. That's no joke about that. But so far I like it. I mean, it looks good. I keep on looking at it in the mirror because I'm just making sure I'm recording. I'm one of those guys now that I got to check and see if my Senna is on, or if my GoPro is on. Still saying Senna. And the actual microphone that I'm using is a Movo, M-O-V-O, off Amazon. I'll throw a link down in the description so you can see exactly which one I'm using. We'll see how well it works out. I'll definitely let you know if I'm using the audio from the Senna or if I'm using the audio from the actual Movo mic. But when I was testing it out, it didn't sound too bad, but I definitely like the Senna audio over the GoPro, just from the time that I've spent with it so far. But anyway, that's not all I wanted to talk with you guys about. I kind of want to talk about something that came up recently, because it affects not just motovloggers, but it affects anyone that rides a motorcycle, no matter what kind of motorcycle that you have. And really, the reason why I bring it up for motovloggers specifically is because that's where I think a lot of these guys out here that ride bikes get influenced by. They get influenced by a lot of these motovloggers and what they do, whether it be how they ride, how they treat other motorists. And that's really what I want to focus on, is how they treat other motorists. Now, let me just tell you a quick story and then explain to you why I'm telling you this story. Now, there's a guy that I know. He rides. I'm not going to say his name, try to keep him anonymous. But he was riding with another group of guys, and they came up to a red stoplight. And I wish I could actually make this work out a lot better, but anyway, came up to a red stoplight, and there was a person maybe like right next to them, right on the left side, like, you know, and they were on their cell phone. Again, at a red stoplight, not in motion or anything like that, but they were on their cell phone. It was like an old lady. She was maybe like in her 60s or 70s, just on her cell phone, checking her phone, doing whatever she was doing. I don't know what she was doing on her phone. I wasn't there, but the point is, she was at a red light with her cell phone out, doing something on her cell phone. No traffic's moving, you know, the light didn't turn green, and people are waiting behind her. Lights are red, no one's moving, traffic stopped. So one of the guys in the group that's riding with my buddy says, you know, look at this woman, she's over here on her cell phone, she's not paying attention. Obviously he doesn't like it. So he proceeds to threaten this woman, goes up to her window and tells her, look, you need to put your phone down. Now, not only does he say that she needs to put her phone down, but she needs to do it or else he's going to punch her mirror out. I mean, imagine like this situation right here. Like, I'm right here, you know, this is a red light, and I'm going to tell this dude to get off his cell phone, or I'm going to punch his mirror out right here. I mean, does that make sense? You're telling an old lady that she needs to get off her cell phone, otherwise you're going to just punch her mirror out. I mean, really? First off, well, let me just, before I go into what I think about it, let me just tell you what my buddy did. He's talking to the guy, and he's trying to get him to calm down. He hops off, the actual guy actually hops off his bike, puts his kickstand down, walks over to her mirror, and tells her, you need to put your phone down, or else I'm going to knock your mirror out, you know, your little side mirror on your car. And so my buddy gets off his bike and goes up to him and tells him, look, but you need to calm down. Why are you, you know, doing all this? You know, why are you so serious? You know, I mean, yeah, she's on her phone, she's distracted, that's true. I'm not denying that, and he's not denying that either. But the point is that it's at a red light. No one's moving. She's not endangering anyone. At most, she's probably causing an inconvenience to traffic behind her. At most. But she's not putting anyone's life at risk. So that was my friend's beef. Is like, look, you need to calm that down. You know, this is an old woman in her car, checking her cell phone at a red light. You don't have to do all that. And so the guys in this group are siding with the guy who's trying to knock this lady's mirror out and telling my buddy that, you know, you're stupid, you know, why are you on her side and all that. And so my buddy's just like, all right, look, you guys can do whatever you want to do, I'm out. So those guys go on and ride their ride, and he just goes off and does his thing. He just leaves the group. And I really don't blame him, but I guess the question that I'm still trying to wrap my mind around is, you know, what would I do if I was in that situation? If I was in that situation, I see a lady sitting at a stoplight on her cell phone, not doing anything but maybe, you know, waiting for the light to change. I mean, is it that serious? You know, why would I go to those lengths, you know what I mean, to tell someone I'm gonna, you know, put hands on you or put hands on your vehicle because you're sitting at a stoplight looking at your cell phone? Like I said, that's an annoyance at best. I mean, I don't know what goes through people's heads, but when it comes to specifically like punching off mirrors, I mean, if you're a motovlogger or you watch motovlogs, you've seen guys do that. You've seen guys get upset at some of these drivers that do things that are much worse and try to punch off a mirror or kick the door or something like that. You see a lot more of that going on when someone endangers your life, but no one's life was in danger. I really want to know what you guys think. I mean, if you were in that situation, what would you have done? Would you have gotten all pissed off and threatened someone like that? What if you were watching that happen? What would you do? Our buddy tried to stop the guy. He tried to get him to calm down, but him and his crew weren't having that. So that's why he left and let them do their thing. He doesn't ride with those guys anymore, and it's unfortunate that that's what bikers are actually known as now, is almost as hood, you know, almost as thugs, you know. that's definitely not the perception that I want to give people when it comes to the bike life, as it were. You know what I'm saying? That's not what the bike life is all about. So I don't understand why you get these guys out here that think that they own the streets because they ride a bike or that they have a camera strapped to their helmet. I mean, that doesn't, I mean, who does that make you? We're all out here sharing the road just like everybody else. So I don't understand why you would feel the need to want to punch someone's mirror out for something like that. That's just stupid. And the sad thing about that is that there are more people out there with this mentality that ride, and it's really sad. And it's sad because of the fact that that gives other bikers a bad name. It really, really does. So I'm just hoping that my buddy does continue to ride. I know he was a little discouraged about what happened. Oh my gosh, look at this. I haven't seen one of them in a minute. That's crazy. But yeah, I hope my buddy doesn't get too discouraged. I mean, if I was in a situation like that, to be honest, I would leave that crew of riders. I would do exactly what he did. Let them go and ride the way that they want to ride, and I'm going to go ride with somebody else. Because if that's the way that they ride, then I don't want to be associated with any of that. So I don't know what you guys would do with that in that situation, but let me know, what would you do in that situation that I was just telling you about? Again, me personally, I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop riding with you. If that's your attitude, if that's how you act when someone does something that you don't like, you just wanted to start, punching stuff. Yeah, I'm not, that's not cool. I'm not down to roll with people like that. It really is sad. That really does give bikers a bad name. It really, really does. And for anybody that's watching this that knows somebody that does ride, not all bikers are like that. We're not all like that. But you got a select few of people that think that just because they own a motorcycle and there's an awareness about, watching out for bikes, that gives them a right to go to people like that, to approach people like that when they're on their cell phones. It's just stupid. It makes zero sense. I don't know why people are like that, but, they're like that. And it really does give bikers a bad name. So again, to all of you guys out there that have big channels, the big motovlogging channels, I mean, seriously, man, you really got to pay attention to how you ride, because you are influencing a lot of other riders out there, not for the better. So just be careful what you do. I'm not trying to, call anybody out, but again, if you're a motovlogger, you got to, own up to what you do. I mean, if you make a mistake, you make a mistake, own up to it, Oh man, it's hot. But honestly, man, I'm just hoping that he does ride again. I mean, I know he was a little upset because those are some local guys that he was riding with. It was a big group from what I understand, and this whole group was behind this one guy who's trying to harass this old lady in her car. To tell you the truth, I would have liked to see that guy try that on somebody his own size. I mean, you got some like 25, 30-year-old dude trying to harass a 65, 70-year-old woman in her car. Try that with somebody like you and see how far that goes. That's what I would like to see. I don't know if he was just picking on her because it was an old lady or what, but seriously, try that on somebody your own size. I mean, and you'll find out, and you'll see whether or not if you get hurt. But that's just crazy.